Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Zaha, and today we're going to be doing the second part to my recommending books for your zodiac series. So last time I went in chronological order. The first part is, I think, a little bit down on my channel. I think I did it 2 months ago, but last time I did Aries to Virgo, so now I'm gonna do the next portion of signs. I think there were since there's 12 signs, I did 6, and now I'm gonna do the other 6. Off with Libra. So basically, Libras are known for their strong desire for balance, harmony, and fairness. They are often described as diplomatic, charming, and artistic. Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez, and basically the character in this book that is, I guess, kind of Libra-esque is Vanessa, and she's the female main character. So she is basically like a travel YouTuber and blogger. So she travels around the globe, documenting all of these different places and excursions she goes on. Something runs in her family where the women die before the age of 30, and she's 28 when the book first starts out. And yeah, so she has this major life-altering decision to just find things that she wants to do in her life before she ends up, I guess, dying before 30. Suddenly leaves Vanessa custody of her niece, and so she has to kind of put her channel on the back burner and take care of her niece. Definitely she's very creative, which ties into the artistic thing with Libras, but she's also wants a strong desire for balance and harmony, which is why she's taking on her half-sister's kid and taking care of her to help her out and stuff. The next sign is Scorpio, and Scorpios are known for their intense, passionate, and sometimes secretive nature. They are often described as having a strong magnetic pull and can also be difficult to forgive. So I would say for a character that gives off Scorpio energy, I would say Gideon from the Crimson Moth duology, specifically in Rebel Witch, which I just read, and I gave it 5 stars. It's one of my favorite fantasy series ever. So basically, if you haven't read Heartless Hunter, maybe skip this part because I'm going to be mentioning some spoilers that contribute to why I think he gives off Scorpio vibes. So when you finish Heartless Hunter, you're left with a cliffhanger, and basically Rune and Gideon are enemies. They're on different sides of this rebellion. So Gideon is a witch hunter and Rune is a witch. Not just a witch, she helps free witches that are under persecution from these witch hunters. So yeah, they're definitely not on the same side. But the reason why I think it gives off Scorpio is they're fiercely loyal to whoever they know and are close to, which for Gideon is definitely his he's the captain of this blood guard which is hunting the witches. So he's very loyal, but he's also can be difficult to forgive because Rune, he essentially betrays her by turning her into the Capitol Police for being a witch when she thought he would never do that. So that's basically where you leave off in Heartless Hunter. And now in Rebel Witch, you're trying to figure out how they can still be, like, how they can still work together. Okay, the next sign is Sagittarius, and they are known for being adventurous, optimistic, and free-spirited. They are also described as curious, philosophical, and have a strong sense of humor. Okay, so I would say probably Charlie from the Heartstopper series. He's very, like, just very kind and sweet. He's a little shy, but he's very open, like who he is. Just very free-spirited. And also he can be very funny, and like once you get to know his personality more, in I think the third and fourth books, he gets like more and more like comfortable within himself. Next is Capricorn, and Capricorns are pragmatic and proud and want to be praised both for the reasonable actions they take and their overarching approach to life. Capricorns are above all intentional. I would say Katerina Shaw from The Favorites by Lane Fargo. I just read this in January. I gave it a pretty high rating. So this is basically about two figure skaters slash ice dancers, and specifically Katerina has always wanted to make it into the Olympics and win a gold medal. So she's very like determined to do that, and basically she just drags her best friend, what's his name, Heath, along because he just basically wants to do it for her. Like brutal in the way she wants to win, and just like not, like she can be nice but not like in competitions and stuff. But second to last is Aquarius, and they are innovative, humanitarian, unique, and eccentric. For this sign, I'm going to say Belladonna by Adeline Grace, and the female main character is named Signa, and her mother passed away, and she's always been able to hear and see this shadow her whole life, which is essentially the like death, to kind of uncover who her mother's murderer is. And she's very like, she's kind of eccentric because she's always had this had basically death always near her, so she didn't really fit in. And progressive in the way that she wants to like figure out who killed her mom. And lastly is Pisces. So Pisces are compassionate, imaginative, creative, but they can also be moody, escapist, and idealistic. Say the book The Luminaries, and specifically Winnie Wednesday, who is the female main character, and she really wants to join the Luminaries, which is very prestigious, almost like military that protects the town. Her father was a witch, which is like not allowed because they're like part of this dangerous creatures group or something. And yeah, she's just very imaginative, and Pisces like are prone to escapism, and I feel like that's what I would describe Winnie as. So those are all of the recs that I have for part 2 of my zodiac series. It was a bit short, but let me know what you guys think if you read any of these books. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.